everyone, my name is Jenna, but you guys can call me Jen, and welcome back to my channel. I'm off to do some grocery shopping and some library stuff, and we're getting ready to go because tonight is the first ever D&D game of Boat Boys, my piratey northern campaign that I am running, and I'm so excited. Literally just, I've been bursting about it all week. Woo! So excited. But first we have to get like groceries for the week, and I gotta return some library books and pick up a hold. So let's go. Hello friends. It is now much later and my D&D game is done. Went so good. I'm so happy that it went that well. It was so much fun. The boat vibes were fantastic. All that jazziness. Welcome to the start of yet another vlog. Hi, hello. This weekend I have zero plans after my D&D game that I just had. Literally nothing except for reading. And I do hope to have a live stream tomorrow as well. That's the plan anyways, unless I fall deathly ill between now and then. I think we're good to go. Probably gonna be working on Project Dragon. That's the plan anyways. I don't really have like anything that's like super calling me to write right now, so we'll just keep trucking away at the epic fantasy because that one's gonna take a long time to write anyways. So, and I do need to write it so that I can start making the story better and you know, all that jazz. But what am I going to be reading this weekend? I'm going to be focusing on trying to finish up these 3 books for my Friends Pick My TBR video, mainly because we got 2 middle grades left and then this YA fantasy that I'm in the middle of, truth which I'm loving. So much so that I reached the point that I'm at, which is page 184 the other day, and I stopped and then ordered books 2 and 3 off of Indigo. I haven't even finished this and I've ordered books 2 and 3. So if that gives you any indication on how much I'm enjoying that one. So then I'm planning on powering through the books at the beginning, book 3, so I can wrap up this trilogy, and of course Zachary Ying. And then for that video I have 1 book left. So I'm really hoping that I can carve through these 3 in the next 2 days, if that's possible. And then in the last few days of July, really sink my teeth into The Hunger of the Gods and really enjoy it because I am so excited to get to that fantasy novel and just like live in it. So ooh, I'm excited. I'm so excited to get into that one. That's gonna be my weekend ahead of me. Lots of reading, hopefully some writing as well. And we're gonna round out the last weekend of July fairly well. But yeah, so happy that my D&D game went well. I realized I didn't end up taking any footage of it or any B-roll or at all. I was so consumed with being in the story, but there were some pretty good moments and I already love the vibe of the party together. It's very good. I am so excited for the shenanigans that are gonna go on. Anyways, my friends, I think I'm going to read for a bit and then call it because it is currently 12:30 in the morning. So, and I do want to like get up and like shower, wash my hair tomorrow and then have my live stream and then, you know, do all the things. So I don't want to like sleep until noon like I have a habit of doing if I stay up too late. So I'm gonna call it and I'll see you tomorrow. Hello friends, happy Saturday. I am here sitting on my couch. I've had my live stream today already. I wrote about 2,000 words in Project Dragon, and since then, for about the last hour and a half, I've been sitting here going through all of my cue cards that I have for Project Dragon with the breakdown of the scenes and like what's gonna happen in the story, the trajectory of the story of each of the narratives that I'm following, and I'm getting into the meat of it again. I'm getting more excited about this story and like I want to write it. I want to be in the thick of it so I can really decode and write down what the like latter half of this story is going to be, because I know the first part of it very, very well, and I'm excited to be in it in these narratives, in each one of them, in each one of these narratives. I'm excited to be in it and decoding what's going on, and it's really exciting to see kind of where everything sits, because I've also now kind of decided where the midpoint is going to be for each one of the points of view. I now know what they are, which is exciting, kind of like where at least the midpoint of their narratives are. Maybe not necessarily where the center of the story is, but I will, when I'm organizing each of these scenes and chapters in the actual flow of the narrative, that'll help me see where like things need to align and fall with everything. So it'll be kind of interesting to put this together like a puzzle piece after, because I have it separated in different folders. I have each folder for each point of view, so it's not in the order that it's gonna appear in the actual story, right? So it's gonna be fun when it's all done. But yeah, I have added 2,000 words to it. I'm sitting at 47,821 words. We're cruising right along. But now I'm gonna get back to reading. I was reading a little bit of Zachary Yang this morning, and I'm just about at the page 60 mark, I think. Oh, I'm at the page 80 mark. A little further than I thought I was. So I'm gonna try to get this done today. And then once that's done, we'll see what I get it to after that. Zooming through probably Truthwitch or the other one that I was talking about as well. But because those books are not for this vlog, they're for the My Friends Pick My TBR vlog, I thought I'd talk about my writing a little bit more. So who knows what I end up doing with that. Project Dragon is exciting, and I'm hoping that it's probably gonna come out at about the 150,000 word mark. I'm hoping it isn't much more than that, so that I can comb through it and shrink it to like a more reasonable story size when I actually start editing it. But today specifically, I was working on Isolde's point of view for a little bit, and I enjoy being in her little point of view because I mentioned this on my stream, but I kind of have a penchant for hurting my characters. I don't know what it is about it. I just enjoy the aspect of physical pain in darker narratives like this. Izzy, my little seer girl, has gone through the pain of her transformation with her eye, and now she has also gone through the pain of burning herself in the middle of a vision of hers. She's in her room at night, and there's like, she leans forward to blow out her candle, but in that moment of leaning forward is when a vision hits her, and it's her first big vision since the event of her blinding, so it like takes her completely by surprise, and there's no warning, nothing, it just happens. In that moment, she falls forward, knocks over her candle, and like sets her room on fire. So it's like a, you know, dramatic moment, but it's also that pain of being burned that pulls her out of the vision too early, so she doesn't get the full vision, the full prophecy, if you will. But she gets the beginning of it, which is spicy and exciting, and it's making me happy. And I've also gone back into Maeve's point of view now to see like her story trajectory, because hers is the one that I know the best at the beginning, but where I am now with Maeve's, I don't really know what's gonna come next. It's more of like, this happens, and this happens, but I don't know the trajectory of how to get there. So I was trying to figure that out today, and I think I got a little bit more honed in, so I kind of know like touch points where we're going. So we'll see how that actually works when I actually start writing those scenes again. And then I went back into Gem Divorce scenes as well, because he's like a lesser point of view as well. He's the sanctuary, he's like the eye at the sanctuary still, and I've gone in and like combed through his point of view again just to make sure it still makes sense, and like kind of wrote some more things in to clarify some stuff, but I think his is pretty solidified, which is exciting. There is one moment that I do need to think about, and like think about how intensely it's gonna be, whether I want to run it, for example, like a dungeon crawl in Dungeons and Dragons, or if I just want to have like a brief moment of it. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at today, and I'm excited to be back in this. I'm hoping that in the next couple months I can hash out an actual draft in this, so I think I'm gonna try and pick up my computer to write more often with Project Dragon, because we are coming to the end of July. I am expecting beta feedback from Project Second Story, so I have that I'm also going to be working on in August, and that will probably take priority, but I do want to see how well I balance the two projects. If I, you know, am editing one and then writing fresh the other, just to kind of see how I'm going. Because summer is the time where I have the most time to write because I'm not teaching as much, so that'll be fun. But in the fall, I am only teaching 2 nights a week, so I will have so much more time to devote to my creative endeavors and my writing and stuff like that, which I'm so excited about. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's kind of the update for today. Nothing else is really going on. I will probably update you when I got something more to say, but as for now, writing is going good. Hello friends. It is now a little bit later. It's about 8:40 in the evening. I am contemplating going for a walk because I've been inside all day and it's like nice out. It's not hot, so I might go out and take myself for a little walk somewhere around just to get outside, get some steps in. But I finished Zachary Yang, and this was very entertaining. Quite good. Quite a good little start to a series. Learned a lot. Had a good time. All my thoughts will be in my friends pick my TBR video. I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I've been watching this like game walkthrough all day, and it is so entrancing that like sometimes I would just sit and watch for like 10 minutes straight and ignore my book. And I don't know what it is. I love watching video game long plays on YouTube. It's like I usually have one going at work on my computer just to like fill my apartment with noise. But this one's for Subnautica, and it's by Loopy Longplays, and it's entrancing to watch this game. So that's what I've had on the TV for a long while, and I've just been reading. So I already had dinner, all that jazz. I don't know what I'm gonna listen to on my walk. Maybe a podcast could be fun, little change of scenery. That's what I'm gonna go do. Hello friends, it is now much later and I am done the books of the beginning. The trilogy is completed and I'm feeling many emotions because those kids, they go through so much in these books, and oh man, they deal with so much loss. And I always forget how much heart middle grade has until I get to the end of something like this and it just smacks you in the face and you're just like, oh yeah, these kids go through too much. I just want to protect them forever so they don't have to feel the pain that they do throughout this series. But it's done, and you'll get to hear all my thoughts in my video when that goes live. Anyways, gosh, I picked up the audiobook for this because I wanted to zoom through it and get it done in one sitting, and I didn't realize that it was Jim Dale who narrates the audiobooks, so he just adds a flavor to this that is just exceptional. I don't know what it is about it. He's got the classic kids book flavor, I think, or the classic fantasy flavor that you just want to listen to. I don't know, because he did the Harry Potter audiobooks, right? So Stephen Fry did. That Jim Dale did the new ones that are accessible now, but there's a nostalgia to it, and I think that's also a thing with these books. There's just such a nostalgia to them, even though I've never read them before. I think it's because they have that classic middle grade adventure novel feeling to them. To me, they feel like an Aragon or Lord of the Rings or anything like that. Alright, it is now 1:45 in the morning, so I should probably get to bed. I think this is why I always feel this way about book endings. When I was growing up, I always had an issue with finishing series. I never wanted to finish because then it meant it was done and over and there was no more story after, right? So I was like, I don't want to ever finish. And I think that was like my reasoning. But now I realize that like the ending of a series is so wrapped up in emotion, and just it's this culmination of everything, and you are given a nice little gift of heartbreak and hope at the end of books, especially when it comes to middle grade. Oh man, and I don't know what it is. The ending of a series always makes me cry. TV shows, books, it makes me cry. So I think that's why I didn't end book series a lot when I was a kid, because I was just sad about it. And now I've taken that habit into my life as an adult, and I rarely continue a series, as you guys know. I start so many of them and I never continue with them. But look at that, your girl finished a series. Anyway, today, since it's 2 in the morning, but like when I wake up, it's Sunday, one more day of the weekend, and I plan on doing nothing but relaxing. I might also go out to like the thrift store or something, maybe, if I feel it. I want to find some art for this wall. I've been meaning to for like the past 7 months that I've been in this place this year. I should probably get some art for this wall. I have a couple pieces, but I need to like find some knickknacks and stuff. But I've still got that same Subnautica game on, and the guy's almost done it, and like I have been so entranced with this storyline. I have no idea what's happening, but this storyline is whack in this game, and it's so cool, and it's entrancing. I love watching people play video games. It's so good, and to see the long plays through the entire thing, wild. I was never a person who like finished video games as a kid, so I'm now rambling. So I'm gonna go to bed, and I will see you tomorrow for Sunday. Hello friends, happy Sunday! I'm home now from my failure of a thrift adventure. There was not a single book or a single knickknack that I could find, and I didn't even want to look at clothes because thrifting clothes is very hard as a plus size person, and I just wasn't in the mood to look at clothes today. So alas, I am back home. I have my windows open Everything is glorious and bright because it's actually cool out today. Like, not cool. It's like 19 degrees Celsius, which is the prime weather for me. I thrive at this temperature. It is so nice. This is my favorite. Because by tonight, it's gonna be cool enough to potentially wear a sweater. This is my favorite. Anyways, I am back home and I'm gonna do some reading, I think. I got my coffee that I didn't make this morning because I woke up really late and decided to just go thrifting. So I made my coffee when I got back. And even though I know I have Truthwitch to read, I want an audiobook, so it is time. The last book for my friends pick my TBR. I only have Truthwitch and this one left, so it's gonna be a great day. I'm gonna spend my time slowly going through this and just loving it inside and out. I can just feel it, but that's gonna be my Sunday. I think later I'm gonna go to mom and dad's for dinner. It's gonna be a typical Sunday. In this household, a typical Sunday. Maybe I'll even do some writing a little later, but it is already 1:30 though, so probably not a lot gonna happen today before I leave. But anyways, yeah, that's what's going on. Not a whole lot, but that's what's going on. I will catch up with you a little later.
Excited about this, are you? Not at all. Maybe I'll put this on.
She's so excited.
She says, where are we going?
Put it on me, please.
Hurry, let's go before you change your mind.
Hello everyone, happy Monday. Hi, hello. Welcome to the end of the vlog. This weekend has been a fairly productive one. Hello, it's also like basically the end of my workday. 10 minutes left kind of a thing. And I wanted to pop in and say hey and officially chat about what I read this weekend and what I did. So this weekend again, pretty chill as usual. I am going to run out in a bit and do a return and maybe go pick up some like snacky bits at the grocery store just for the rest of the week. The thing, my hair is a mess today, please ignore it. This weekend, what did I get up to? I did some writing on Project Dragon, did some work on Project Dragon as well, like planning wise, which is fantastic, which, you know, always good. And I'm hoping to continue working on that through the week. And maybe this weekend, if I go up, when I go up to the lake, but we'll see what I end up doing up there. But I am going to the lake this weekend. It is a long weekend, so there won't be a live stream this Saturday coming up. I hope you don't mind, but it'll be every other Saturday, or the rest of the Saturdays in August. I will be having writing live streams because I enjoy them immensely. Immensely. All right, so this weekend, reading wise, I ended up wrapping up 2 middle grades in a day because middle grades go really fast for me. I ended up reading the last book's a beginning book, and of course Zachary Ying. Both of these were like 3.5, 4 stars, so you'll hear all my thoughts about them in my video when it goes live, of course. But the John Stevens book, I think I explained it in this video, did I? I'm not entirely sure, but it's like the last of a trilogy about 3 kids who are all tied to these books at the beginning, which are these magical books that like have the fate of the universe tied to them in a way. The first book follows the 3 kids as they like are introduced to this world, and then they find out there is an atlas that can like take them back in time, and the eldest sister gets the power of the atlas. The second book follows the 2 youngest kids as they try and find the second book, as their oldest sister is lost in time and she tries to get her way back to them. And then the third book is the 2 oldest siblings trying to find their youngest sibling who's gone missing and is also looking for the third book. So it's all of that. It wraps up in a huge hugely emotional vibe, and we have aspects of Tolkien and we have aspects of like the traditional fantasy in this, but it's also urban fantasy because it's portal fantasy. It's cool. They're not written like incredibly well. I have issues with the writing in like every single one of them, but they are enjoyable. And I think that if you have a kid who is looking for like an upper middle grade, lower YA situation that has like very little romance in it and it deals more with like adventure, and it is, I don't know, it feels like a classic middle grade that I would have read when I was a kid, definitely pick these up for them because I think they would love it. I think they would love it. And then Zachary Ying is a story about Zachary Ying. Actually, the full title is Zachary Ying and the Dragon Emperor. It's just easier to say Zachary Ying. Is about a kid named Zachary Ying who finds out that he is a ancestor of the first emperor of China, and something has happened where there's like a hole being ripped in the world and he has to shut it before the underworld like floods the mortal realm, essentially. So, you know, vaguely in the same realm as like Rick Riordan Presents books, all of those. It feels like the Firekeeper or Fire Runner. What is it called? The Storm Runner. That's the first book in that series. I'm looking at my shelves now and I can actually see them. Storm Runner is the first one. Firekeeper is the second one. It feels like that series to me, mixed with a bit of like Warcross by Marie Lu. Interesting combination, but it's also fun. So I read those, and then I also made my way through The Hunger of the Gods, some of it, and Truthwitch, which both of these I'm still working my way through, and I will be finishing them hopefully this week sometime. You can't really tell where I am in them because I don't use bookmarks. I dog ear my pages, but last night I ended up reading to page 275 in Truthwitch, which I'm loving this book so much. The way that it just draws me in, I never want to put it down. Once I'm in it, I never want to put it down. So happy with this. It's going very, very well. And Hunger of the Gods, I should have shown you this because this is an easier way to track how far I am in it. I'm annotating it. So Hunger of the Gods, I'm in love with because it's Hunger of the Gods. It's the sequel to Shadow of the Gods, and I am 164 pages into this one. So yesterday did a lot of reading. Whole weekend I did a lot of reading, but yeah, that's kind of what's up. That's kind of what's happening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this weekend. Hopefully the next vlog, because it is going to be the long weekend vlog, isn't focused on books that are all for other videos and you'll actually get more of a reaction from me. I have a bunch of books around me that I'm hoping to read that are just for me, not for videos or anything. So I'm excited to actually get to them and continue my exploration of fantasy and worlds around me. But I also, in the month of August, which is coming up, I hope to do a little bit more of like a TBR jar situation, which could be a little bit more fun and like one-off videos or, you know, TikTok content, that kind of a thing. So I'm hoping that I can carve through my physical TBR pretty well. Although this video that I am filming, the My Friends Pick My TBR, is a great way to carve through my TBR because there were 8 books for this month and they were all ones that I had already owned. Great way to carve through my TBR, although I have bought a lot of books recently. So I need to chill. I need to chill in my buying. But that's always the case, isn't it? Anyways, my friends, if you've made it this far in the video, leave me whatever your favorite emoji is. Like, find me a little weird one in the emoji pile and leave me that down below. I am a particular fan of the star-eyed one. Quite like that one. But yeah, leave me one of your favorite emojis and let me know what your favorite read of July has been so far, because I'm very intrigued. I don't think I've had a 5-star read in July yet. So I'm really hoping that this one comes through and it ends up being 5 stars, but we shall see how it goes. Anyways, my friends, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I will catch you in another video very, very soon. Stay kind and keep on reading.